Alright, here we go. Look at another example. What we're trying to do is we're trying to solve for x. As you can see, we've got multiple variables. So, yeah, there are two ways to look at it. We can move the smaller of the two all the time, or if you're just one of the people that has to have your variable on the left side at the beginning, then make sure you do that. But it doesn't matter to me, so I'm going to go ahead and move this 2x to the other side. So my goal is to get my variables on one side. That's going to cancel, leaves me negative 4 is greater than 3x plus 5. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 from both sides now. When I do that, I will get negative 9 is greater than 3x. My next step is go ahead and divide both sides by 3. And I'll get negative 3 is greater than x. Now, again, if you have a hard time writing that as an interval or graph it or whatever, you may need to flip it, and here's how you do it. You would basically say x negative 3. Since it's open to negative 3 here, you need to have it open to negative 3 there when you rewrite it. So just kind of keep that in mind. One thing, as you notice, I didn't have to multiply or divide by a negative number. It's not the answer I get. Some of my lower level students, they'll say negative 9 divided by 3, I got a negative, and therefore I must flip the inequality. That's not true. I divided by positive 3. So writing that as my answer, the interval notation, negative infinity comma negative 3. Both will be in parentheses. Set builder notation would just be the set of x's such that x is less than negative 3. All right, that's one example. Let's see if we can't look at another one. Again, this one's a little bit more difficult because now I have fractions. But again, same type stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by the least common denominator. So 4, 3, and 12, least common denominator, 4, 3, and 4, least common denominator is 12. So I'm going to multiply each of these by 12. Again, our goal, just like solving linear equations, is to get rid of my fractions. So this is going to leave me 3 times x plus 3, which is greater than or equal to 4 times x minus 2. And then this will go into 3 times, so plus 3. Now I have multiple variables, so I'm going to go ahead and distribute. I'm going to go ahead and get my variables on the same side now. I'll go ahead and move everything over there. As I do that, I'm going to tidy up a little bit. So I'll get 9 is less than or equal to x. And then that's going to give me a negative 5, I believe. And then I will add 5 to both sides. So I should get 14 is greater than or equal to x, and that's going to be x is less than or equal to 14. Interval notation wise, my answer will look like negative infinity, comma 14, bracket around the 14 because it's included, always parentheses around the infinity.